Hi everyone. So today was my kind of like my preconception appointment, but it was really like just for my like pap smear and all. But we talked about preconception, and she wanted me to start taking prenatal vitamins now, which she said that I could just do any over-the-counter prenatals. They're like cheaper than the prescription ones, and but like when she started out with my exam and everything, and they had given me like a questionnaire before, so I was telling her that I'd had my gallbladder out and was having problems with some kidney stones, and she wanted to know like if they had done an ultrasound to see if the stones had like gone. I said, well, they did an x-ray and it showed that the stones had passed. So anyways, and then she did the exam, and of course, like, that's the most uncomfortable thing, is that exam. So she then she takes you to the office and like lets you ask questions, and it's really great. Like, she's a very personable doctor. So anyways, but I thought she was gonna tell me like I had a cyst on my ovary or something, because when she was like feeling like my lower end down here, it felt like it just hurt on the right side. And so I thought, oh my gosh, she's probably found this cyst on my ovary, but no, and nothing like that. So anyways, but she just wanted to take me into her office to like talk about prenatal vitamins, any questions I had, anything like that. So I told her that I wanted as normal of a pregnancy as possible, which she said that my pregnancy last time was just fine. I could not remember, like, I can't believe she remembered my last pregnancy and like me having preeclampsia, and she's like, we just monitored you really closely and you didn't have like that bad of a pregnancy. And I was like, no, I didn't really have a bad of a pregnancy, but I told her, I was like, next time I don't want to be induced, and I would like to be back. And she was all for it. She was very supportive. She said, there's only like a 1% chance that your uterus would rupture. And she said, really, that's like the biggest thing with VBACs. I did see, when I was in the exam room, I saw these forms that they were called the VBAC forms, and I'm not really sure what that like form looked like, because I wasn't gonna like just get up and like be nosy and then her come in the room and I'm sitting here stumbling through like paperwork that they have up there. Like they had like the brochures and stuff up there, but I was like, I'm not going over there. She'll come like right in and see me like going through these papers and looking at stuff. So I did not get to see the VBAC form. Of course, probably I'll get to see that like when I'm like 4 weeks from my due date or something, and then she told me that it was not unreasonable to think about a VBAC, and I told her, I said, if it's safer for me and the baby, if I develop preeclampsia again, if it's safer for me and the baby, or any complication for that matter, to do a C-section, then I will do the C-section. I'm not going to be like a difficult patient, even though like probably some of you are thinking, well, you had like that long drawn out birth plan, and I don't expect everything to go by that birth plan. I know that doesn't happen in the medical world. I work in the medical world, so I know it doesn't always happen the way you want it to. But it would be nice if it did, but it doesn't always do that. So those are just guidelines, I guess, that they need to go by. But I mean, if whatever happens, happens. Like, I've accepted that. So then we talked about the prenatal vitamins, and she just wanted me to do the over-counter ones, and I discussed with her like my weight had just kind of like I'm not losing any more weight now. I was actually 118 this morning, but I was 120 in the office because I was wearing all these clothes. I had eaten this huge breakfast and everything, so I was 120 in her office, and she's like, well, you've lost like 18 pounds since your last visit, because I was like 138, something like that, at my last doctor's appointment last year. And then I gained weight when I started my new job because I was eating late. So anyways, and she's like, that's really good, and I'm not too worried about your thyroid. We won't check it or anything, because I told her, I had my thyroid checked like 3 times within like the last 2 years, and it's been fine. But I just want to make sure. But she's like, it's probably fine. If you're not having any symptoms of low thyroid or whatnot. She said, I think you're losing weight at a good rate, and so that was encouraging to hear. I think that's really it that we talked about. you know, my husband's like, well, did you tell her that you don't want to be induced and that, this, that, and the other, and, you know, what birth plan and all that, you know, I can discuss that, like, with her when I'm actually pregnant and, like, at my first visit, because she'll sit there and answer any question that you have, like, as long as it takes. She'll sit there and answer any question you have, which is, like, so great, because some doctors don't even do that. So I am sticking with her for my next pregnancy. We are going to be trying at the end of September. I don't expect to get pregnant on my first try, but it would be nice too, just, but it's kind of nice to have that surprise too, like, oh, I didn't know I was going to get pregnant this month, and I'm pregnant. Like, that's what happened with Ella. We had planned a beach trip in August. We weren't really trying, but we weren't trying not to get pregnant either, but I just got pregnant. And so I was 8 weeks pregnant when I went to the beach with Ella. Well, not with Ella, but, well, being pregnant with Ella. So, anyways, but, I think that's really about it. I'm trying to think of any